Hello, wonderful folks. I'm Dr. Rose Khavari, a urologist and professor specializing in functional urology and men's health right here from the Department of Medicine at the University of Texas at Galveston, Texas. I've had the privilege of spending over 15 years working with so many amazing men and women just like you, understanding the unique health journeys we embark on as we gracefully age. You know, in my practice, I often hear very private yet incredibly common sentiments. For example, a patient over 70 once hesitantly shared with me, "Dr. Khavari, I've lost my spouse. And now that I'm alone, how can I still enjoy intimacy or private pleasure? I feel a bit guilty even thinking about it at my age." Or perhaps another patient will confide, "My spouse and I still love each other very much, but lately I feel a lack of confidence in our private moments, so I tend to avoid them. I thought this was just a part of getting older and there was nothing I could do, and I even feel ashamed thinking about it." If any of this resonates with you, if you've ever felt a bit hesitant, embarrassed, or even guilty about maintaining intimacy and personal pleasure after retirement, especially when you might not have a partner, then today's video is exactly for you. Today we're going to talk about a topic that many people often shy away from, yet it's incredibly important for our quality of life and happiness: why older adults shouldn't feel guilty about their private time. I know it might feel uncomfortable as society sometimes holds on to outdated stereotypes, but I promise you we're going to break down those barriers together so you can feel more confident and proactive in taking care of your complete health. Because getting older doesn't mean giving up intimacy or joy in life. In fact, there are so many gentle and effective ways to improve things, and most importantly, you absolutely deserve to enjoy that happiness. Why older adults shouldn't feel guilty about their private time. Folks, as we move past 60 and especially into retirement life, can change significantly. We might have more free time or face physical changes or even experience the loss of loved ones. In this context, maintaining pleasure, self-satisfaction, or more broadly the ability to enjoy private moments with your own body, is often overlooked or deemed inappropriate. Here's why I believe older adults should not feel guilty about their private time. Pleasure is a natural part of being human. The ability to experience pleasure and satisfaction is a fundamental part of the human experience at any age. It doesn't disappear just because we get older, and there's no reason to feel ashamed or guilty about it. It's a way for you to connect with yourself, with your body, and maintain a sense of vitality. Benefits for mental and emotional health. Allowing yourself to enjoy private moments can bring significant benefits for mental health. It helps reduce stress, anxiety, and combats feelings of loneliness. When you feel satisfied and confident about yourself, you'll have a better mood, sleep better, and have a more positive outlook on life. This also helps release endorphins, natural chemicals that improve mood and reduce pain, bringing feelings of relaxation and peace. Promotes autonomy and independence. Whether you don't have a partner or during private moments being able to find pleasure and satisfaction on your own is an important form of self-sufficiency. It helps you maintain a part of your personal identity and keeps you from relying on others for feelings of closeness or happiness. This is especially crucial in your retirement years. Improves physiological function and overall health. Sometimes issues with physical function can affect the ability to enjoy personal pleasure. However, maintaining arousal and responsiveness can help improve blood flow balance hormones and maintain the health of sexual organs. This can also be an early indicator of underlying general health issues, encouraging you to talk to your doctor for support. Breaking down. Stereotypes. In society, there are still stereotypes that older adults are no longer interested in or capable of having a sexual life or private pleasure. This creates unnecessary pressure and guilt. By talking openly about comprehensive self-care, including private pleasure, we are helping to change these outdated perceptions, giving future generations a more positive view of aging. So there is no reason to feel guilty about your private time. It's a legitimate, healthy, and important part of self-care, leading to a healthier, more positive, and more fulfilling life. How our body and mind change, what makes us feel guilty. As we age, our bodies and minds go through natural changes. In addition, societal stereotypes and personal experiences can create feelings of guilt or shame about maintaining private pleasure. It's important to understand these factors so we can release unnecessary psychological burdens. 1. Physical changes and their psychological impact. Changes in sexual function, declining hormone levels, testosterone in men, estrogen in women, reduced blood flow, decreased nerve sensitivity, and medication. Side effects can affect the ability to achieve and maintain satisfaction. Impact on guilt. When the body doesn't respond as it once did, some individuals may feel frustrated, insecure, or think they are broken. This leads to feelings of shame and avoidance of self-exploration. Chronic pain or discomfort. Conditions like arthritis, back pain, or vaginal dryness can cause discomfort, reducing comfort. Impact on guilt. Feelings of pain or discomfort might lead you to believe that seeking pleasure is impossible or even wrong, leading to guilt about having natural desires. Changing body image. Physical changes due to aging, wrinkles, weight gain, reduced muscle tone can affect how we perceive ourselves, leading to decreased self-confidence and a sense of not being worthy of pleasure. Impact on guilt. Feeling unattractive can lead to self-denial of pleasure, believing it's only for younger or more perfect individuals. 2. Impact of societal stereotypes. Old people don't do that. This is a deep-seated stereotype in society. We are often taught that sex and pleasure are for the young, and that as we age, we should retire from such matters. Impact on guilt. These messages can make you feel that your natural desires are wrong or abnormal, leading to guilt for having them. Lack of open discussion. Due to stereotypes, this topic is rarely discussed openly within families, among friends, or even with doctors. This lack of information and support increases feelings of isolation. Impact on guilt. When no one talks about it, you might think you're the only one experiencing this or that. Your issues are a taboo subject to hide. 3. Loss and loneliness. Loss of a partner. For those who have lost a spouse, feelings of guilt can arise when considering seeking private pleasure after their loved one has passed. It might feel like betraying or disrespecting the past relationship. Impact on guilt. This is a significant emotional burden, causing many to deny themselves the pleasure they deserve. Loneliness and isolation. Feelings of loneliness can reduce desire and pleasure, but at the same time, this lack of connection can make you feel even more isolated when thinking about your private needs. It's important to remember that feeling guilty about your private time is common, but it is unfounded. It's a result of a combination of natural physical changes and incorrect societal stereotypes. By recognizing and overcoming these barriers, we can allow ourselves to enjoy a more fulfilling and happy life. Understanding right versus wrong. Debunking common misconceptions about private pleasure in later life. When we talk about private pleasure or self-satisfaction in retirement, there are many common misunderstandings and societal stereotypes that can make you hesitant to learn about or seek help. Let me help clarify a few things for you. Misconception. 1. Private physical pleasure is only for young people and no longer appropriate for older adults. The truth. Absolutely not. Pleasure and self-satisfaction are natural, healthy parts of the human experience at any age, regardless of relationship status or reproductive ability. The need for intimacy, bodily comfort, and satisfaction doesn't disappear just because you've aged. Many studies show that older adults who maintain the ability to enjoy personal pleasure often have better mental health, sleep better, and report being happier. Misconception. 2. If you are widowed, seeking private pleasure is disrespectful to your deceased spouse. The truth. This is a very common and understandable feeling, but it is not true. The love and respect for your deceased spouse are eternal. However, taking care of yourself, including finding pleasure and satisfaction in your current life, is part of the healing process and maintaining your mental well-being. Your spouse would undoubtedly want you to be happy. Private pleasure is a way to care for yourself during this process. Misconception. 3. Problems with sexual function, like reduced sensitivity, difficulty achieving orgasm in older adults cannot be improved. The truth. While age can bring natural changes, many sexual function issues have medical causes that can be diagnosed and treated. For example, poor blood flow, hormonal imbalances, nutritional deficiencies, or medication side effects can all impact your ability to enjoy pleasure. Blaming everything on old age might cause you to miss effective solutions that can significantly improve your ability to experience pleasure. Misconception. 4. Private pleasure is something you should never talk about with anyone, even your doctor. The truth, private pleasure is a personal topic, but there's nothing shameful about having questions or concerns. Doctors are medical professionals trained to discuss all aspects of your health, and they are accustomed to these issues. Openly sharing will help you receive the necessary information and support to improve your quality of life. You are not alone, and seeking help is a brave act. Misconception. Booger 5. Diet and exercise are unrelated to private pleasure. The truth, absolutely wrong. What you eat and how you move your body have direct and incredible impacts on blood flow, hormone production, nerve health, and overall energy levels. All crucial factors for sexual function and the ability to experience pleasure. A balanced diet and regular exercise are powerful tools you can control yourself to enhance personal satisfaction. By debunking these misunderstandings, we can release unnecessary feelings of guilt and open the door to a deeper understanding of our bodies, leading to positive choices to enhance personal pleasure and a more fulfilling life. Simple habits to improve enhancing private pleasure and releasing guilt. Now we understand why older adults shouldn't feel guilty about their private time, and we've debunked some misconceptions. So, what can we do right now to improve and release this burden? Today, I want to focus on enhancing private pleasure through diet and lifestyle and promoting self-acceptance and openness. Enhancing pleasure through nutrition. The foods we eat are the foundation for physical and mental health, directly impacting our ability to experience pleasure. 1. Boost blood flow and sensitivity. Good blood flow is critical for physiological response. Natural nitrate-rich foods, dark leafy greens, beets, help produce nitric oxide, which dilates blood vessels. Action. Add 1 to 2 cups of dark leafy greens daily. Try beet juice or beet salads. Omega-3, fatty acids, fatty fish, flax seeds, chia seeds, reduce inflammation, improve vascular health. Action. Eat fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week or supplement with seeds. Antioxidants, berries, pomegranates, bell peppers protect cells from damage. Action. Eat a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. 2. Support hormone balance and energy. Stable hormones and energy are crucial for libido. Healthy fats, avocados, extra virgin olive oil nuts, essential for sex hormone production and cell membrane health. Action. Include healthy fats in every meal. For example, half an avocado, a tablespoon of olive oil, or a small handful of nuts. Zinc, pumpkin seeds, oysters, important for testosterone and overall hormone function. Action. Add zinc-rich foods to your diet. High-quality protein, lean meats, eggs, beans provides sustained energy and supports mood-related neurotransmitter production. Action. Ensure adequate protein in each meal. 3. Reduce stress and improve mood. A good mood is a prerequisite for pleasure. Magnesium, dark leafy greens, dark chocolate nuts helps relaxation, reduces anxiety. Action. Add magnesium-rich foods to snacks or dinner. What to limit or avoid. To maximize benefits, limit refined sugars, processed foods, trans fats, cause inflammation, blood vessel damage. Excessive alcohol and caffeine affect sleep hormones and nerve function. 2. Promoting self-acceptance and openness. Overcoming guilt requires a shift in mindset and communication. 1. Self-education and self-acceptance. Read articles, watch videos like this one about sexual health in older adults. When you realize changes are normal and manageable, shame decreases. Self-acceptance. Recognize that desire and the need for pleasure are a natural part of you regardless of age or relationship status. You absolutely have the right to enjoy your life. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. You've lived a full life and you deserve happiness and satisfaction. 2. Seek professional support. Talk to your doctor. Don't hesitate to openly discuss any concerns about sexual function or the ability to experience pleasure. Prepare questions and a list of your medications. Your doctor is a trained professional who can help you identify medical causes and suggest appropriate solutions. Consider sex therapy or counseling. If guilt or psychological anxiety is overwhelming, an experienced sex therapist or counselor can provide a safe space to explore these emotions and develop coping strategies. 3. Open communication, if applicable. If you have a spouse, find a comfortable time to genuinely discuss your feelings and desires. Mutual understanding can relieve a lot of pressure. Remember, intimacy is not just physical. It's about emotional connection, support, and understanding. 4. Rediscover pleasure on your own terms. Once you've released psychological burdens and improved physical health through nutrition, allow yourself to rediscover what brings you joy and satisfaction. This can include self-stimulation or non-sexual forms of intimacy with a partner. The key is to focus on your own pleasure and comfort. Remember, your choice to live a full life, including enjoying private pleasure, is a brave and empowering act. Sharing a real story. I want to tell you the story of a wonderful patient of mine, Agnes, 78 years old. Agnes was a widow who had been living alone for several years. When she came to me, she looked quite sad and tired. She said, "Dr. Khavari, I just thought that since I'm old and alone, there's no more joy for me, especially private joy. I felt embarrassed even thinking about it, but I truly missed the feeling of aliveness and satisfaction in my body." We had a very open conversation. I explained that pleasure and nutrition are closely linked, and age is not a barrier. We looked closely at her diet. It turned out Agnes ate very few dark leafy greens and didn't consume enough healthy fats. She also seemed hesitant to discuss her private needs. I suggested Agnes start with small changes, focusing on nutrition and fostering open communication with herself and with me. Every day, add a serving of spinach to her morning omelet and a few slices of avocado to her lunch salad. Incorporate baked salmon into her weekly menu. I encouraged her to observe any changes in her body's sensations and not hesitate to share them with me during follow-up visits. Initially, Agnes was a bit hesitant, but she was very persistent and open to the advice. After about 3 months, Agnes returned to my office with a completely different look in her eyes, full of vitality. She beamed and said, "Dr. Khavari, I can't believe the difference. I have so much more energy, and most importantly, I've rediscovered my private joy. I feel like my body is alive again, and I'm much more confident." She also added, "Just from these small changes in the kitchen and daring to talk about these things, I feel like myself again. I don't feel as lonely as before because I've reconnected with myself." Agnes's story is a powerful testament that focusing on simple natural foods like leafy greens and healthy fats, combined with daring to be open about your needs, can bring about profound impacts on your pleasure and overall happiness as you age. It's not a complex magic trick. It's simple nutritional science and communication at work, helping you enjoy a full life in every aspect. So to recap our meaningful conversation today, here are the key points I want you to always remember. Older adults shouldn't feel guilty about their private time. Pleasure and satisfaction are a healthy, natural part of life at any age, regardless of relationship status. Feelings of guilt often stem from natural physical changes and outdated societal stereotypes, but these can be overcome. Enhance pleasure through optimal nutrition. Boost blood flow and sensitivity with dark, leafy greens. Fatty fish and berries. Support hormones and energy with healthy fats. Zinc, vitamin D, high-quality protein, and magnesium. Limit processed foods, refined sugars, unhealthy fats, smoking, and excessive alcohol. Promote self-acceptance and openness. Educate yourself about sexual health in older adults. Talk openly with your doctor and partner if applicable. Practice self-compassion. Remember, small, consistent changes will lead to big improvements over time. This is about smartly nourishing yourself, not a restrictive trade-off. You can start today by adding a serving of greens to your breakfast, or allowing yourself to enjoy private moments without guilt. Dear friends, your health journey after 60 is a unique and precious one. It's a time for wisdom, for enjoying the fruits of your labor, and for savoring every moment. And proactively caring for your personal pleasure and nutrition is one of the kindest, most empowering things you can do for yourself and for your relationships. You have the power to influence how you feel, how much energy you have, and how vibrantly you experience life. Start today one healthy step at a time. Listen to your body, allow yourself to seek natural solutions, and watch how your life becomes richer. You deserve to feel your absolute best every single day. If you found this conversation helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm here to support you on your journey to a healthier, happier life after 60, with more practical tips and insights on health and positive living. Wishing you all abundant health, boundless energy, and joyful days ahead. Until next time, take good care of yourselves.